Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Temi and I share content along the lines of personal development and self-improvement content. Thank you so much for joining me back on my channel again, and thank you to those who have newly subscribed. I see you, boo. In this video, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, the topic of self-care. Honestly, it's essential for leveling up. It's essential for living your best life, and it's essential for looking fabulous whilst getting to your destination in life. So without further ado, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel with those people that you know would benefit from it as well. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. When we think about the topic of self-care, like, it's something that has been floating around quite often on social media. Like, I've heard about, people going to spas, and I'm one of them. Like, I am literally one of those people who would be at the spa and would just, looking after your skin, your hair, your nails, all of that good stuff. But when we think about self-care is so much more than just the peripheral stuff, than just exercising, losing weight, looking after your hair, skin and nails, and even going to the spa. Self-care is, how I like to see it as, is like a holistic way of looking after yourself, like mind, body, soul, spirit, everything. And I find that, like, if one thing is out of balance, or if one thing is out of sync, then it kind of throws everything else off. Like, even if you're looking after your skin, if you're not looking after like your mind and your spirit as well, then it really does, it affects everything. So I see self-care as like a holistic way of genuinely looking after yourself, and it's essential. Like, it really matters, especially with all the work and everything that you have to do in life and in your leveling up journey. Self-care, I feel like, is non-negotiable. So I really love to look at self-care in terms of 4 key areas. So you have like the mental part of it. So a good way for looking after your mindset is, listening to amazing podcasts. There are so many podcasts out there right now on personal development, on self-improvement, on literal, things that you can really glean and learn a lot from amazing people, from amazing thought leaders out there. So definitely looking into podcasts, looking into amazing self-help books as well, which is something that I love to read. Speaking to amazing people as well, people who really challenge your mindset, people who actually, talk about things that are worth kind of thinking and pondering on, and just kind of having a more of like an abundance mindset and a growth mindset really is part of self-care. Okay, so the next part of self-care is obviously the physical, which is, looking after yourself, eating the right foods, exercising, moving your body, whether inside or outside, and just generally looking after yourself. The Bible says that our body actually is a temple. It's actually something that we should be looking after, and I think that it's so easy to forget because life is busy, and sometimes we just want to take a snack, we just want to eat a burger, we just want to enjoy ourselves, get some fries, hang out and just chill. But I've learned that actually you feel so much better when you're looking after your body, and literally, what you put in is essentially what you are. What the things that you eat is essentially what you become. So definitely, having more of a healthier palate, looking after yourself, looking after your skin as well, and just exercising and keep moving is essential. The third part is your social life. And you might be thinking, why do I need to care for myself from a social perspective? But actually, looking after yourself from a social perspective is something that is really not considered normally. Like, people don't really think about self-care in terms of social life. But if I think about the people that I've spoken to and coached in the past, a lot of their issues actually came or stemmed from their social communities and their social environment. And so if you are looking after yourself in terms of your hair, skin, nails, going to the spa, exercising, and then you get into the wrong circle, the wrong social circle, you are essentially going to undo all of the work that you have done for yourself. So honestly, part of self-care is thinking about the people that you are around. There's a famous quote that says you are essentially the 5 people that you hang around the most. You're essentially them. You're going to be like them. So So part of how we can look after ourselves from a social perspective is about thinking strategically and deeply about the people that we are hanging around with. And if you haven't watched my video, please do watch my video. I'll link it up at the top. I did a video about the importance of cultivating an inner circle and why it's so essential for your leveling up journey. And this is something that I really feel that you should watch. So I'll link it up at the top right now over here. But yeah, looking after yourself from a social perspective, removing toxicity out of your life, out of your social circle, out of your sphere of influence is essential, and is another way that you can look after yourself from a social perspective, because at the end of the day we need to interact with other people, but we need to make sure that it's a healthy interaction. And then last but not least, we have emotional. So if you think about, like, every human being has an emotional a part of, you know, themselves, right? And I always find that, like, we have to also look after ourselves from an emotional perspective as well. So emotionally, the way that I like to do it is by giving back to charity. I say this in my last video as well, that I try my best to give back to charity as much as I possibly can. And also just remaining grateful and remaining positive and remaining optimistic, no matter whatever circumstance you're going through. Literally having and cultivating a positive mindset about it is really going to help you emotionally as well as mentally as well. So I feel like emotional and mental kind of overlap a little bit. That is what I've kind of coined the 4 quadrants of self-care activities. And if we are not looking after ourselves in these 4 areas, even if you're looking after yourself in one of these key areas, but you're not looking after yourself in another, you're technically in self-neglect. And to really comprehensively look after yourself from a holistic perspective, to really look after yourself, you really have to look after yourself from a comprehensive perspective, and really focus on all of those key areas that I spoke about. And as I said before, if you neglect one area, it really does affect every other area of your life. So honestly, looking after yourself is something that is non-negotiable. And I love self-care. Like, if I think about my journey in life, I wasn't someone that really practiced self-care until about a few years ago, because, you know, like everybody else, I was kind of like part of the rat race, and, you know, you just kind of don't really you're not consciously aware of how you look after yourself. And, you know, you might think, okay, I have a shower every day, or, you know, I meet a friend, or I do X, Y, and Z, and you think that, okay, that's enough, right? But actually, still do all of those things and still be in self-neglect. So self-care is about thinking about what are the things that I need to be doing, what are the things that my body genuinely needs that I'm not giving it. Whether it's time at the spa, whether it's meditation, whether it's having a gratitude journal, whether it's journaling how you felt about the day, whether it's literally having me time, you know, solitude time. I have no idea what it might look like. It could look like doing a morning workout, or doing some evening yoga, or even just literally praying and having time and space to just, you know, meditate and feel centered and, you know, have quiet time, basically. Like, you have to decide for yourself what that actually looks like for you. And once you know what it is, like what it is that you need, or genuinely have to cultivate it into a practice. There's no point doing it like as a one-off and then not doing it again. Like, it has to become like a routine and a pattern, and something that you implement within your life, and it becomes a non-negotiable. I always say to people that if you are going to like work meetings and business meetings, you should also have self-care meetings with yourself. You should also implement in your diary, in your schedule, self-care time. Do you know why? Because as I said before in one of my previous videos, I think in the live series, I said this before, that if you are pouring from an empty cup, basically there's nothing else that you can give anyone. So self-care is actually how you pour into your cup so that you can continue giving value to other people. But I find that there are so many people, mothers, men in society, women in society, young people, we give so much, like we give so much. We might give our time, we might give our talents, we might give whatever it is, friendship. And at the end of the day, you might be thinking, my cup is feeling empty, I'm feeling burnt out. What is it that I need to do? Well, the thing is, self-care will help you to keep refilling your cup before you burn out. And that is essentially a power tool. It's one of the kind of secret tools that like I said before, I only recently started developing this practice in my life. Just when before I feel like I'm going to burn out, I make sure that I put in a self-care practice or several self-care practices, and I make sure to check in with myself and think about what are the things that I need mentally, emotionally, even spiritually, physically, as well as socially. So honestly, this was just a video that I wanted to include in the Purpose Discovery series because I wanted it to be a comprehensive series that covers a wide range of topics. Guys, the Purpose Discovery series has actually come to an end. This is going to be the final video in the Purpose Discovery series. I'm so happy to see that it's helped people. I'm so happy to see that I've gained new subscribers. Welcome to the family, guys. My name is Temi, and as you know, I do content on self-improvement content. Thank you so much for subscribing. I am growing here on YouTube, so honestly, if you have other people that are genuinely wanting to level up with you and they're wanting to kind of have more tools within their toolkit, because life can be, life can be life-ing sometimes, and I think that the best way to be prepared with whatever comes in life is to build your own toolkit. And once you have a toolkit, you'll feel so much more empowered to really go forth and strive thrive. We're wanting to thrive, not strive, and go forth and thrive and flourish and literally ace it and cultivate everything that you want to see established and get to your fullest potential in life. So this is the end of the Purpose Discovery series, but I am coming back with a whole new series. I'm going to be starting a new series called the Reset series, because at the end of the day, sometimes we all need a hard reset. We literally need to reset ourselves and get back on the straight and narrow path and just reset. So I'm going to be starting the Reset series next week, and we are going to be looking at so many different tips, life hacks, things to help you. It's going to be like a really quick and snappy, and it's going to be very different from the Life series and from the Purpose Discovery series. It's going to be a lot more kind of tips and tricks and things to really help you to level up and to change your life and to maximize your fullest potential. Well guys, we have come to the end of the video. We've come to the end of the Purpose Discovery series. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and I look forward to seeing you again on this channel on the Reset series. Alright, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel, and I'll see you again on this channel on another video on the Reset series. Okay then, bye.